Okay, hi everybody, this is Samantha. This is the movie wrap-up for April. I don't know what stack this one was in. I don't know if this was a rewatch or this is new. I'll just put it as new. Because it kind of fell off and I don't know which one it was. I did buy this. Murder, She Wrote Season 7. Thing of it is, here lately, Amazon's been doing this. Sending me messed up stuff. Like this. This was actually cracked real bad. I literally had to tape the thing together. And then they messed up and they sent me a wrong pair of socks. Like I ordered me a pair of socks. They sent me a wrong pair of socks. They've messed up a couple of times. I can't remember everything that they messed up on, but they messed up a couple of times. Ever since the coronavirus thing started, you know, it's like Amazon's went, or at least the, I wouldn't say Amazon per se, it's like people who sell things to certain people on there is like messed up, like, because I don't think I've ever had a problem with like Amazon, because I know you can order directly from Amazon. I don't know whether I should read these or should I show you. I don't have that many. Wait. Oh. Mini, mini. Tubi. Tubi. Wow, really? Wow, wait a minute. Okay, I was going to say. Okay, I was getting that ready. So I could tell you. Okay. Get ready for yet another chapter of television's most clever series, as all 22 episodes of Murder, She Wrote Season 7 arrive on DVD. Rejoin Golden Globe winner Angela Lansbury as writer-detective Jessica Fletcher in the season that earned a Golden Globe nomination and 2 Primetime Emmy Award nominations. With her at the scene of the crime is an impressive lineup of guest stars, including Patricia Neal and the iconic Jerry Orbach, if that's how you say the last name. This 5-disc set includes the entertaining bonus feature, The Perils of Success, exclusive interview with Lansbury and other members of the cast and crew, and a season's highlight reel whether Jessica is partnered with insurance investigator Dennis Stanton. Oh wait, I think I'm on that one. Making her case in Nashville or even working to clear her own name. It's no mystery why the acclaimed series earned 41 Primetime Emmy Award nominations and 16 Golden Globe nominations during its many years of broadcast. Murder, She Wrote, Season 7, so good it's a crime. Bonus feature, The Perils of Success, interview with Angela Lansbury and the cast and crew. Is this the one? I can't remember. My favorite episode on this is if this one's it. Yeah, it's an Amish. It's like the Amish murder mystery. I like that one on here. It's real sad, one of them is, because somebody died that I kind of wish didn't. This edition was made in 2013, although I really wish they would start getting those like bigger sets, you know, the ones that almost look like a book. I wish they'd bring those back, because every time I order them now it's this. So now I got 4 in the big book set, and now I got 2 in this little thin thing. I like my sets that match, my TV series sets. I'm thinking about, if it doesn't cost too much, I'm thinking about buying the Murder, She Wrote box set. But, I mean, I don't know, because I already got, like, how many? 7? Yeah, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I've got 5 more seasons to go, and then I'll have the whole season. But, I've watched The Tingler. This is the 40th anniversary edition. I really like this because of the only thing that was in color was the blood scene. But everybody is saying, I do not believe it. I think it's black and white. I mean, come on. Because everybody's saying that everybody was painted gray or something. I mean, come on. How can they paint everybody gray? And then the back scene and everything is supposed to be like white and gray and black. And I'm like, come on, people. I don't think it's even possible. I mean, yeah, it wouldn't look right. I mean, you could tell.
Shit. What did it to her?
Vincent Price stars as an obsessed doctor who discovers that fear manifests itself as a parasitic creature which grows on the spinal cords of terrified people. If they scream, the tingle can be destroyed. If they don't, it will sever the spinal column and kill them. He successfully isolates and removes the tingler from a deaf mute who has been scared to death by her devious husband. Once captured, the tingler escapes and runs amok in a crowded movie theater. Terror is loose, but can it be stopped? The Tingler is legendary horror director William Castle's magnum opus. After the success of House on Haunted Hill, Castle devised a new gimmick called Percepto for the Tingler. Participating theaters would wire seats so that random moviegoers would get a tangible electric shock during climactic moments in the film. Other novelty used to maximum effect is the short color sequence depicting blood pouring from.
I gotta put my stuff up. I gotta come in, sorry.
God.
I gotta put my stuff up.
It's okay.
Doug said he's gonna give you $1,200 for me to sleep in a doghouse. I said, okay, I'll do that.
For how long?
I don't know. $1,200 worth it, ain't it?
Yeah, but for how long? You better ask how long. Depicting blood pouring from a faucet and filling a bathtub. Castle went on to direct more cult classics like Homicidal and 13 Ghosts, and later produced the mainstream hit Rosemary's Baby. Really? Really? I didn't know Rosemary's Baby. I thought, what's his name directed Rosemary's Baby? Oh, produced. I didn't pay attention. Oh my god. Okay. Digitally remastered, special features. Digitally remastered audio and anamorphic video, production notes, interactive menus, languages, subtitles, screen for your lives, featurette, William Castle's drive-in scream scene, original scream scene, theatrical trailers, talent files, scene selections. Made in 1959. Then I watched all of these 13 movies. I watched every one of them. And I'll try to tell you about the ones that I can remember. Ed McBain's 87th Precinct Lightning. That one was boring. It's just about almost like Escape on Precinct 13 kind of movie. If I'm not mistaken. I hope that's what I'm thinking about. I think it's almost like that. American Son. That's just about a guy who's like leaving for the war in a few hours, few days, and he ends up falling in love with a girl, and everything like leading up to him leaving. Okay, this one's called Fresh. That one is just about a street kid who's got a prostitute, drug addicted sister, who he's kind of working for her man, and he ends up playing two gangish like related people against each other, and things going down. I'll just say that, just to save himself and his sister. Serafina. That one's just about a teacher trying to teach African American history to her students, which there's like a war going on there. I think it's based on a real story. Some kind of massacre. Give me a minute, I could tell you. Because I could look it up like that. As long as the internet's going to work a little bit better up here.
You know what's the man?
Oh, be quiet, Dougie.
Jimmy! What? Oh, yeah, but you come up with your man. I got these things like that. All right,
What the?
Mary Elvis! Elvis!
Serafina. Okay.
Come here, Elvis! Come here, Bob! Come here, Elvis! Mary! Come here, girl! Come here! Come here, Elvis! Here, Mary! I'm getting tired of that.
The Soweto Soweto uprising.
Come here, Elvis!
I think that's how you say it. It's about that. It's like, Tesoto. I think that's how you say that. That one is about a boy he saw his dad, I think, kill his mom. I could be wrong. I think he saw his dad kill his mom, and his dad was about to come after him. He runs off. He's basically living on the street since then. And I'm trying to remember it. I don't remember directly what he does. I don't. I think he robs places with his 2-3 buddies. One of them, I don't know why he gets so mad at him, but he gets mad at him. He beat one of his buddies near death, and his buddy's almost like badly hurt. And he forgives him though, because it's like something happened. One of his buddies, he was going to kill. Okay, he ends up not really kidnapping a baby. He stole a car. There was a baby in the backseat.
Locked up Elvis in there.
The thing of it is, he shot a woman, paralyzes her. He ends up feeling real bad. I could tell throughout the whole thing. He's like feeling real bad about what he did. Although he's wanting to keep the baby. He loves that baby. And, eventually he has to give the baby back. I think he's ended up trying to find his way to give the baby back. The thing of it is, they said there's 2 scenes. One of them gets shown by him getting... No, I think there's 3. If I'm mistaken. One of them shows him getting, like, at the end. I'm not telling you which one it is that you'll see on this.
Well, maybe that is.
Crystal, get her!
Lillian! Here,
One of them has him getting arrested. One of them has him getting shot by the police through the chest and dying. One of them has him getting shot, maybe in the shoulder or something, and then running off. Like, he's not dead. He's actually running off and got away. But he's like, he gives, I'm not going to give it away. I'm just going to say, he's trying to figure out a way to give the baby back. Resting Place. If I'm not mistaken, that movie's about a lawyer who's trying to defend a black man. Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman's character against something. Army. Something about an army. Oh, I remember. I think Resting Place is about an army officer, not Morgan Freeman's character, but his son, that gets killed by, I think, another army officer because they can't stand to be, and this is not me, I'm not racist at all, but they can't seem to be, like, wanting a black army, like, the major officers. Can't remember what they're called. And so they kill, well, I think one of them kills him so he can get the job. And that they end up finding the truth. Actually, he's not a lawyer. He's some kind of like, here's some money or something. Like, who is he supposed to pay? Or he's supposed to be there to help the family. He's like an army officer, but not really. I'm not sure. I can't remember what's his name? Give me a minute. I'll figure out his name. John Lithgow. John Lithgow's character. He's like some kind of army officer / something else. Okay. Down in the Delta. That's just about a woman who's an alcoholic, I think. And she ends up going home with her kids. I think kid or kids. And changing. Like, she changes a lot. Sometimes the best place to be is the place you least expect it. It's like, when she goes home, everything's right, basically. She's like, gets a job, quits drinking, you know. I think she's only got a son. It's either a son, I think it's just a son. Basquiat? I can't even pronounce that name. It's about the painter, the artist, about his life. I can't even pronounce it. The one with the B. Yeah. Best of the best. Without Warning. I can't remember. I know it's some martial artist. People are chasing him. I think somebody kidnaps his kid. That one's like kind of eluding me. Best of the Best of the Best 4 Without Warning. Okay, yeah, this guy gets some kind of a disc. The Korean, I don't even know, Japanese, Chinese, Korean guy gets this disc from this woman, but she gets killed early in. And he ends up he goes on the run. His daughter gets kidnapped. I knew it. And they want the disc, so he ends up trying to exchange it for the disc. but the woman that he kind of has, like, the woman that's supposed to be with the bad guys she doesn't want to be with the bad guys because she's kind of, I guess, in love with him. She ends up getting, I don't want to give too much away. Something happens to her, and it's like a little sad towards the end of it. Just a bunch of explosions and junk. Okay, what was the other one? Go! You can play with them. You can play with the Sonic. Go ahead, Pat won't care. The Journey of August King. I love that movie. It's just about this guy who, I think he was a real guy. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that it's about a real life guy, about one of the people who, the Underground Railroad kind of thing. He helped this slave girl escape, and it cost him everything. Because back then, if you help a slave escape, your house will get burned down. And it hurts him so bad because that's where his wife lived. That's where his wife died. I think his wife was pregnant and the baby died there. So, I mean, and I kind of actually feel sorry for him. I mean, I feel a lot sorry for him because I think he was actually starting to have feelings for that black woman. And the only reason that guy's like pushing after getting her back so bad is because the black girl is his, it's like the slave owner. It's actually the girl's father. It ended weird. I want to know what happened to the guy. You know, because they let him get everything of his out of the house. But the house gets burned down. The one that took him, what, how many years? He said it took 5 years to build it. Get out of there, Lily! Momentum. I think it's a guy with some kind of ability. I'm not sure what kind. I can't remember what ability, but he's got like a power, and this woman's got this power, and they kind of have to. It's like they're going against each other. Oh man, I love this movie too. I feel so bad for both of them. Why? Okay, it's called The Human Stain. It's about this Anthony Hopkins character and then Nicole Kidman. Yeah. They end up meeting, falling in love. Well, his backstory a little bit. You know, it's basically what the movie's about. She has problems, I'll just say that much, but he ends up loving her anyways. Okay, I don't know if I should tell you the big secret. No, it's not really a big secret, because it's like throughout the whole movie you kind of figure it out. He looks white, okay, he looks white, but he's a black man. That's the big secret. And he ends up falling in love once before. Didn't tell his fiance, actually. When he finally tells her, hey, this is my family, I'm black, she leaves him. Because back then, it's just like a big no-no to a lot of people. Finally, he meets his wife, who he doesn't tell her because of what happened to him then. He's like, okay, I'm not going to tell the next person I'm with. He doesn't tell her. They get married. She basically dies in his arms. I think she has something wrong with her, and she dies. And it's him he gets fired from his job because he said something that upset people. And he meets Nicole Kidman at some place, and she tells him that she lost her 2 kids. And the husband blames her. Well, her ex-husband blames her for their deaths. And she ended up trying to kill herself, before, because she shows them the scars. And when he actually tells her, she's okay with it. She's like, I love you anyways. Like, I don't care, And when they're actually finally happy, something bad happens. When he finally is able to be happy and with somebody he really loves, boom. Because of the ex-husband. Okay. The last movie is called Blood Tide. It has James Earl Jones in it. It's just about almost like the freaking Loch Ness Monster. That's what it looked like. It's a horror movie. That's the only horror movie that's on here. The Human Stain's basically like a drama thriller. But the Blood Tide. That one is about supposedly some demon they have to feed young virgins to. And I mean like little kid virgins almost. Like kids to teenagers, I think. And these people get attacked by it. So they end up trying to figure out some way to kill it. But it looks like the freaking Loch Ness Monster. And I can't believe I spent 20-some minutes talking about this. Well, it's a lot of movies. And I can't tell you no more, like... This was made in 2013. The other movies, I can't tell you nothing about them. I watched Grease. This is the Rock and Rodale edition. Now I feel like watching it again. Right? I'll leave it out because I might end up watching it again. Okay. I watched. These are my rewatches. Chainsaw Sally. I'm going to kick out Little Girl's Book because I think she's in something. Killing Is in Her Blood. Made in 2007. Long After the Sun. The sun has set in Portersville. The still of the night is shouted by a blast of chainsaw and screams of flesh-ripping punishment. At the age of 10, Sally Diamond witnessed the brutal murder of her parents. Alone in the world, she raised her little brother as best she could. Haunted by nightmarish memories of the killings and savoring an ever-growing taste for revenge, she now a quiet young woman, timid and harmless, most locals would say. But they don't know a thing about Sally, who is obsessed with gruesome images of violence, torture, and retribution. Sally might live the life of a small-town librarian by day, yet she is something completely different by night. And the night is coming, and the hunt will begin again, with Chainsaw Sally acting as judge, jury, and bloody executioner of those who are evil in her eyes. I really wish they would make a part 2 to this. Okay, they have season 1 and 2. Season 2 is like impossible to find. I mean, I go on the website, her website. I can't find it. I mean, it's like there, but it's sold out. Every stinking time. Season 1 is like easy for me to find. I can get it on Amazon or eBay or but season 2, I even kind of want to get a poster of her, but a certain poster, not one of those posters, This has got commentary, Gunnar Hansen interview, H.G. Lewis interview, Silence music video, and there's making of, and then there's a Sally artwork gallery. Once Bitten. I love this movie. It's funny. A Why Not Stand with Eternal Complications. Comedy. Okay, I'm just gonna see. Comedy superstar Jim Carrey plays a hot-blooded teen who becomes the reluctant donor to a sultry and extremely thirsty nocturnal nymph. in this funny, sexy send-up of a horror genre. Mark has just one thing on his mind, going all the way, but while his girlfriend keeps telling him he has to wait, he meets a beautiful vampire countess who's ready for action. Mark's just happy to get to second base, but after a one-night stand with the sexy seductress, Mark starts behaving more than a little baddie and realizes he must find a way to break his lover's fiendish spell or be prepared to work the graveyard shift forever. I've watched all 4 of these. Okay, I'm slowly starting to like Monster High, but I'm only like watching it every once in a while. I like it a little bit, because before I said I hate it, I'm not going to watch it again. It's okay to watch every once in a while, especially when I get certain scenes stuck in my brain. But I watch The Craft, Monster High, Fright Night, and Brain Scan. Now, The Craft, Fright Night, and Brain Scan I can watch all the time. Sarah has always been different, so as the newcomer at St. Benedict's Academy, she immediately falls in with the high school outsiders. But these girls won't settle for being a group of powerless misfits. They have discovered the craft and they are going to use it. Made 96. Monster High is a horror film parody that begins as the office of Monster in Charge Syndrome I can't even pronounce that. Syndrome, I'll just say that. A faceless being with gangster mannerisms. Checking a list of planets scheduled for destruction, he finds Earth's demise has been mysteriously postponed. Made in 89. He's sweet, sexy, and he likes to sleep in late. You might think he's the perfect neighbor, but before inviting Jerry in for a nightcap, there's one thing you should know. Jerry prefers his drinks warm, red, and straight from the jugular. It's Fright Night, a horrific Howl starring Chris Sarandon as a seductive vampire and William Ragsdale as a frantic teenager struggling to keep Jerry's deadly fangs out of his neck. Only 17-year-old Charlie Brewster knows Jerry's blood-curdling secret. When Charlie can't get anybody to believe him, he turns to TV horror host Peter Vincent, who used to be the great vampire killer of the movies. Can the mortals save Charlie and his sweetheart Amy from the wrath of Blessa Toothy embrace? If you love being scared, Fright Night will give you nightmare of your life. When a lonely teenager orders the latest interactive video game, the high-tech wizardry penetrates his subconscious, where his darkest impulses lead him through a deadly maze of murder, deception, and desire. Persuaded by a homicidal detective and prodded by the trickster, he is torn between the worlds of good and evil, of reality and fantasy, and ultimately of life and death. Okay, I'm just going to actually show you the next ones because I'm already running out of time. Beetlejuice. Clueless. Made 95 and made in 88. I know it's not Christmas, but I love this movie. Made in 2000, I think. I'm hearing stuff outside my door. I might have to go check it out in a minute. Grease 2. Oh. 82. Toolbox Murders. Made in 1977. Wow. This is like my favorite horror movie. Okay, Tubi. That's the reason I wanted to get through those fast. Season of the Witch. The old one, not the new one, the old one. I think it was made in the 70s or something. It's about this woman who secretly starts dabbling into the occult. Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things. I think it's about zombies. It's just like, you know what I mean? Joan of... I'm trying to remember Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things, but I can't. You know what I mean? Crystal, do me a big favor. Look in the litter box. What happened?
Is she in there?
No.
Lillian!
I saw her go that way.
Huh?
I saw her go like that way.
Lillian!
Children shouldn't play with dead things. Let me think here. Okay, it'd be faster if I just look it up. Okay, yeah. This is about this group of people who go to this but it's supposed to be a movie. They're like a director. He's a director or something. Go to this place where this guy's like a witch and he actually raises the dead. He thinks it's a good idea for a movie. Joan of Arc. Which Joan of Arc? I think it's a documentary. Yeah. There's like a, you know, that was a documentary about her life. There's like a few different ones. 9 Lives. Paris Hilton, I remember was in that. It's about a group of friends who go to this place and it's just like this group of friends go to this place and okay, that's better. It's about a spirit. Like, so it keeps getting possessed. People keep getting possessed by this person called Murray. And it's like, they will possess, basically, he will pass into whoever killed whoever he was possessing. There's only one survivor, I'll just say that much. Okay, Plush. I really like that movie, Plush. It's just about this, some kind of band. This woman's brother gets, well, everybody thinks he killed himself. She ends up having kind of like an affair with her new guitarist, who takes over for her brother. And what's kind of weird is he looks and acts like her brother. And it's like having an affair with... And that guy has problems. Deathbed. The Bed That Eats. That is an old movie. Probably 70s, 60s, 70s. It's just about a possessed bed that eats people. And this woman, I think, finding a way to kill it. Terror Train. Jamie Lee Curtis, Terror Train, so don't need to say more. This guy who's going after this group of people who tormented him before, like played a joke on him, and he goes after him and kills him.
No.
There we go. On a train. Abandoned. Brittany Murphy, I think, plays in that. I think one of her last movies. She plays. They were trying to make her seem crazy, like she never had a fiance or boyfriend or whatever. And turns out, yeah, she did, but there was some kind of a weird scam thing going on. Slumber Party Massacre 2. I have no idea, like, it's like it's the woman that survived off of part 1. She thinks, I don't know whether she's like mentally cuckoo or what. I think she's in a mental hospital. And she's like seeing all this, like dreaming it. Or this actually happened and she ended up in a mental hospital. It's so freaking confusing. Actually, her sister also was in the hospital. I don't know. See, it's like, it's about this dude who's supposed to be like guitar with a drill thing on it, going after her friends. Is it bad? What are you gonna, can you put it back in there?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it back in there.
My Little Sister. A guy going around killing people who's wearing this like almost like Leatherface type mask. They call him Little Sister. Thing of it is, okay, I'm just gonna tell you, it's not that big of a woohoo. The man, what they call Little Sister, and his mom. He's kind of like, nobody lives. You may think one survives, nobody lives. But yeah, the crazy woman is his mom. Pretty much kills people. Little Bear the movie. If you've ever seen the cartoon or TV show, that's basically what that is. It's just a movie. He goes on an adventure.
Pat, shush.
Patton, shut up!
Shut up, Patton.
Golly, man. He's like
Tell me
screaming.
no, I'll stand you in court.
Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye.